Can your phone replace a professional camera? My name is Paul Stropel, and I can't believe I just asked that question. Alrighty folks, the iPhone 16 Pro, combined with stuff like the Blackmagic camera app, brings some serious tools to the table. And honestly, I'm surprised, maybe just as surprised as you are, that just came out of my mouth. But how does it stack up against something like the Canon R6 Mark II that I'm shooting on right now, the camera that I've used for the last couple of years for all of my video work? I was curious, I'm sure you're curious, so let's find out. There's definitely a case to be made for the iPhone here in terms of low barrier to entry. I mean, think about it. 10 years ago, making good quality video required thousands of dollars in professional equipment and ridiculous amounts of technical know-how. But now, at least from a bare bones technical perspective, all you need is your phone. I've always been resistant to the idea of shooting video that you were actually going to use for something serious on your phone, like maybe for an Instagram story. It's fine, but otherwise, I never really did it much and kind of scoffed at the idea that it was something that could be taken seriously. But then Apple released the iPhone 15, and I went, I see you, Apple. iPhones have always been convenient, right? But they have not been able to match up with the image quality standards of cameras like the R6 II that I'm filming on right now. But the improvements that have been made to the iPhone, along with tools that have been brought out by Blackmagic, really do kind of up the iPhone's ability to contend with serious cameras, at least from a technical point of view. And speaking of tech specs, let's get into those real quick so you have a little bit of background. So what makes the iPhone 16 so much more suitable for video than its predecessors? Well, for starters, you have ProRes Log, which is crazy to me. It gives you way more flexibility in post-production in terms of color grading, dynamic range, and also turns off that really annoying Apple digital sharpening grossness that has been my number one enemy of iPhone footage for as long as I can remember. Add to that tools like the Blackmagic camera app that gives you frame rate control, shutter angle control. It gives you white balance adjustments, gives you focus peaking, gives you the ability to manually focus with your iPhone, which is weird. And the fact that the iPhone 16 has 3 different optical lenses on it. You've got 13mm, 24mm, and 120mm, all of which are optical zoom and not digital. You've got tools that bring iPhone's video capability closer to professional video production standards. But I still find myself a little bit skeptical, so let's take a look at image quality. The Canon R6 Mark II has a larger sensor. You've got a full-frame sensor here. You've got better lenses, interchangeable lenses, like I'm shooting on a 24-70 f2.8 L series here. And the image quality of this lens is fantastic. The image quality that comes out of this sensor is great. You get much better low-light performance because of a larger sensor and higher ISO capabilities, superior dynamic range, better depth of field, and again, the low light's pretty darn good. That said, the iPhone 16 Pro does definitely still hold its own, which surprised me. The detail, the color science, and the stabilization are frankly incredible for something that's this big. This fits in my pocket. The color grading is also surprisingly easy. Apple's supplied LUT works well, and making tweaks in DaVinci Resolve is an absolute dream. It's very, very easy. I went on a little weekend adventure recently with my wife to a place called Point Defiance here in Washington, and I didn't take my R6 at all. All I had was the iPhone in my pocket. That said, though, I wasn't worried about being able to get what I needed done and have the image quality at very least be serviceable, and actually ended up turning out pretty fantastic, as you're seeing here. Is my iPhone 16 Pro going to replace my Canon R6 II? No, but I would have no problem using it as a second video camera, or if I was going somewhere and I had to travel very light, I would have no problem taking the iPhone over my Canon R6 II, which is crazy to me still. The tools are more accessible than ever. There really is no barrier to entry anymore. The tech in phone cameras has come so far that while it doesn't replace what I've been using for a long time, it definitely makes a case for itself and can stand on its own, if need be. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the little bell down there. I don't know if people still do that, but if they do, I hope you're one of them. I'll be bringing more gear reviews, more tips, more tricks, and a lot of landscape photography to the channel this year, as I'm now doing this full-time for the year of 2025. So if you want to see more, like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video.